What does she think about Scotland tuition fees? That's actually something I'm doing advocate in Wales right now. So in the past year, I do quite a lot. So I submit a motion to Swansea Uni Student Union, and it's about grants their home fee status for Hong Kong student in Wales, and it's passed on. So then I engage with NUS. So in the next Senate election, the NUS company manifesto suggestion, one of the key highlights is about grants home fee status for BNO students. And last year, I've been to UN as well, presented a report talk about that, because it's like a systematic discrimination while you live in one country, one kingdom, and one country have the home fees while the other two does not. And also compared to other scrim, it's like Afghan student, Ukrainian student, they can get home fees up to 3 years, and according to UK law, like the definition, we are on the same screen. It's like the same level screen. Then why can't BNO student get home fees after 3 years? Why do we have to wait until British citizenship?
Yeah. So basically, all nationals. Now I've had this struggle before, because when I would start studying here in the UK, I was like, oh hey, wait, I am technically a British national, and because the government, most of the government don't really know the difference between the different types of nationality. They always say national and then they mean citizen. So I was like, oh, what if I can use that ambiguity to argue that I should get home fees? And then I realized that there's a second requirement, that you have to have lived in the UK for 3 years without being a student. So I didn't qualify either way. So there was no point arguing.
So
I will head to the loo before we get to the test. So you keep yapping about your whatever politics. I'll be back in a second.
Sure. So basically, because most of the student union are a charity. So according to Charity Act, we are not allowed to endorse any kind of party, but we are allowed to encourage students to engage in the election. So upcoming, I will have Senate voter registration election. I have 2 sessions in Swansea Uni, both campus. So basically, we just encourage students to register to it, and at the same time, we are allowed to invite politicians to come to our uni to have a panel talk or anything, but we are not allowed to only invite one political party. So for example, the Welsh panel discussion, I mentioned that I would like to have invite some politician talk about the Welsh language substituting policy in Wales. If I only invite Plain Cymru, that's illegal. But what I can do is invite most of the majority political party. For example, I invite someone from Labour, Plain Cymru, Conservative, Reform, and Lib Dem. And what's the case is, as long as I did invite them, and then end up maybe only Labour and Plain Cymru shows up, that's okay. But I have to take the action to invite everyone. Otherwise, it's endorsing, and it's illegal to do it in UK. It's against the charity law. So I think for around April, May time, I've been in touch with another charity called Boys and Girls. They got the funding from Welsh government to do some democracy and politics session for young adults and teenagers. So we are allowed to collaborate together, so lead by them to organize some session, roundtable session. Can you invite SNP? SNP is a Scottish independent party, but in Wales it's Plain Cymru. Their key value is Welsh independent, but they are more a left-wing centre. I did do a shadowing day with Shauna Williams, one of the member of SANF from Plain Cymru, and she did mention that traditionally most of the nationalism is quite close to far right, not far right, right wing, and be more conservative and strong, but at the same time actually nationalism can be more left wing mindset, more equality focused as well. So that sounds like a good route. I mean, because I think that's because like back in 2012, the student union is quite high profile in some protest action, but like it's a bit like grey area. So we are allowed, if like, for example, just like the BNO motion I mentioned that, I'm not allowed to lead on any campaign on behalf of student union to advocate for home fees, but I'm allowed to, if students submit a motion and that motion pass on, then that means that motion represent all students. I got the authority, so I can take action on it. But I can communicate with the MP, I can talk about that, do some research, but I'm not allowed to lead on protest action. But what I can do is, because like NUS National Union of Students, they are a company, so they're allowed to do that, so I can engage with them, and then all the action lead by them, and then I engage their campaign as a student representative. Does that make sense? Okay, let me move back to my phone. Can't really read the comment, Scott. No. But I mean, like SNP is representing Scottish people, so it's really hard to invite them because like it's not really that relevant. It's a civil nationalist party. Okay, quick question. If I want to to be a member of SANAP in the future, would you guys recommend me to choose Labour Party or Plain Cymru? No one replying. But like, I'm also like a bit struggled because like, oh, he's back. Do you have to take your move now?
Yeah, we should probably. Can we get the bill?
Yeah.
Anyway, because I won't be able to take this.
So we're talking about like, are we allowed, like as a student union, to endorse any political party?
Ah.
Plain Cymru. Someone said Lib Dem. So like, I asked them a question. If I want to to be a member of Senate, which party should I choose, Labour or Plain Cymru?
Reform.
That's why we failed on them.
Winning is more important.
Card, please.
Thank you. Modern party with a modern progressive outlook.
Internationalism.
Because I feel like if I live in England, I could consider about Lib Dem, but in Wales.
I mean, if you talk about the big parties, it's just one of two in Wales right now, right?
Labour and Plaid.
Right, diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr.
We're going to make a move.
Yeah.